A very good morning to all of you. Children, today we are going to start our next chapter, that is Food for All Season. Unit 5, Food for All Season. Before starting this chapter, let us remember what we have studied earlier. That is, you should take your textbook also along with this video. Okay, watching this video. While watching this video, you have to keep your textbook in front of you. So let's start. Man use rice, wheat, maize, potato, tapioca, etc. as food. So we know that we the human beings, we the man, we use what? Rice, we eat rice, we eat wheat chapati made of wheat, maize, potato, tapioca, etc. We use these all things as food. Then we prepare different food items at different times. We prepare different food items at different occasions, right? At different time also, like we eat dosha, idli made up of rice, which in the morning as a breakfast. Then we eat the rice in the lunch, for lunch. Then again we eat sometimes chapati or something else made up of wheat. So that is, we prepare different food items at different times. Then refrigerator is used to stock food items. If you are having any leftover food items, you will stock it in the refrigerator, right children? Paddy and wheat are dried after yielding. We eat or we have the paddy and wheat after getting it from the farm. Farmers stock grains for use and for sale. They stock the grains for their use and for their sale. Crops are transported from one place to another. These crops, they are transported from one place to another. We have to grow vegetables for our purpose. We have to grow our vegetables for our purpose also. Like nowadays people are having terrace farming, through which they are able to have some kitchen kitchen vegetables like tomato, chilies, etc. right? Potato and all. So these all things were the things which you know or have already known earlier, or you have already studied in the earlier classes. Now next we are going to step into our chapter. So children, you can see in the page number 65 that a newspaper report. Saudi bans import of fruits and vegetables from Kerala. The Saudi authorities banned imports of fresh fruit and vegetables from the state of Kerala, India, due to the outbreak of the deadly Nipah virus, which claimed several lives. The Ministry of the Environment, Water and Agriculture announced the ban as a precautionary measure to avoid the virus from spreading to Saudi Arabia. So children, this this was the news report which came in the last year because of the Nipah virus outbreak in our state, that is in the Calicut, Perambra. Okay, so due to that, lot of countries banned to have import fruits and vegetables from Kerala. Saudi is one of the country which have banned the import of fruits and vegetables. So as you all know, as you were aware of about the Nipah virus, or you if you haven't known, then go to the newspaper news and gain and search it off and find what is Nipah and all, Nipah virus. So due to that, it was due to the one of the fruit bat which caused this Nipah virus, and due to this Nipah virus, Saudi banned the import and of the vegetables. Okay, next, let's move. Did you read the newspaper report? Why did Saudi Arabia ban importing of fruits and vegetables? Why are people afraid of purchasing fruits and vegetables? Which types of fruits are not sold? What will be the condition of farmers growing fruits? So as for there are so many questions they have asked here. We have it's all because why did Saudi Arabia ban importing of fruits and vegetables? Because of the outbreak of the Nipah virus in Kerala, that's why they banned. And why are people afraid of purchasing a fruits? Because it was caused by a fruit bat. Nipah virus was caused by fruit bat. That's why people were afraid of purchasing fruits and vegetables. Which types of fruits are not sold? You can see the type of foods like mango. That time mangoes were not we were not able to eat the mango, right? Because bats due to that due to the bat were eating the mangoes that time, so we were not able to eat that type of fruits. Then what will be the condition, mango, papaya and all, what will be the condition of farmers growing fruits? It will be the farmers conditions are very miserable of at that time who were growing these types of fruits. How can we help the farmers? How can you help the farmer children? There are so many ways. There are so many donations. There are so many other types of methods which you yourself can think and suggest. Okay, can you suggest them some ways to stock and sell the fruits later? They can stock the fruits, or they can sell it later and all. So children, you will have the suggestion. You can tell me when we come in the live session. Okay. So next, let's move. Have you eaten jam and squash, children? What is this? What you can see in the screen? Yes, it's the jelly. Have you ever had any jelly? What is this? This is one type of squash, right? So children, you might have eaten jam and squash and jellies in your life once in a lifetime at least. Others will be there who will be having it every day. Okay, so which are the fruits used to prepare them? Do you know what fruits are used to prepare this squash, jam, jelly and all? How is it prepared? So there is an assignment given here. You have to prepare a recipe of jam, squash or jelly, anything. You have to prepare a recipe of that. Okay, you should do it. What are the things we use to preserve them without spoiling? And if we make such things, what are the ingredients again we have to add to them to preserve them without spoiling? So children, basically we add sugar to them, right? To avoid them from spoiling, we add sugar. How can we prepare candy? Yes, how can we prepare candy? That also is prepared with the help of this fruits only, certain fruits. You can see, if you have seen, if you have ever been in the candy factory and all, you can see that it is being prepared from fruits and added, and many preservatives is added to that, sugar is added, everything is mixed well in a proportion, and they are prepared using these ingredients. They are prepared, so like that we will get the candy. Then the next assignment is let's list out the food items we preserve using sugar. So you can find out the food items which we preserve using sugar. Have you eaten salted mango? Uppilitta manga. That is the Malayalam for that. Have you, this one which you can see on your screen, that is the salted mango. Why we are salting the mango? Because to preserve the mangoes we are salting it. Okay, you know that salt will prevent food from spoiling. If we salt the mangoes, raw mango, it will be therefore months and or sometimes an year and all, right? Okay, can you tell me any other food items which we preserve using common salt? Fishes, right? Onakku mean and all you have heard, right? That is being preserved, the fish is being preserved using after salting it. Okay, so that were the things which we that were about the food items which we preserve using sugar and using common salt. Next, can you list out more preservatives like this? And so far we have studied that sugar and salt is used as a preservative. Can you list out any other type of preservatives, children? And how do the preservatives prevent spoiling of things? You might be knowing because you might have eaten so many things which are preserved, right? They absorb the water in them. And how this preservative works? Can you tell me how preservative? We have told that we can preserve the food items. We can preserve the food items by adding sugar, by adding common salt. But how this common salt and sugar works as a preservative? What do they do there? How do they preserve it? We have to we don't know, so we are going to see about that. What do this preservative do? They absorb. Generally the for example, if we take the mango, salted mango generally have what, or else let's take about salted fish. Okay, so fish generally have water inside them, right? When we put salt, this salt will absorb that water which is present in them, and they will prevent the growth of microorganism which will spoil that fish. So that is how this fish is preserved using common salt. So have you seen, can you see this one salted fish on your screen? So that's it, children. So next we are going to study about drying, which is another traditional method of preservation. We will see it in the next class. Okay, till then, goodbye, take care and be safe. Thank you.